What's up YouTube? This is Kay and welcome to my channel. Happy New Year's. It's 2025. Happy New Year to all my subscribers. At least we made it to 2025. In today's video, I'm working on a 2020 Jeep Grand Cherokee with a 3.6 liter in it. And I'm replacing the water pump on this one. So stay with me whilst I take you through the process of how to get the water pump out and to replace it with a new one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace. So the water pump on this one is located right in front of the engine, and it's underneath the air box or the air intake. So the air intake is gonna come out. I'm gonna take it down so you see what I'm talking about. So that is the water pump right there. You can't really see it because of all the plastics. So this is the water pump pulley, and the pump is right behind it. So I'm gonna have to take all the plastics on the top. Then I'll take the serpentine belt off. Then we start getting the water pump out. Before I do that, I'm gonna drain the coolant so I don't make more mess. So let's get it started. Okay, so as you can see, I got the intake box off complete, and also I got the secondary air pump out. And what you're looking at is the water pump right there. So that is the water pump complete. And all these lines that is in my way, it's okay to be there because I can maneuver them out because it's flexible, so I can just move them around whilst I'm taking the water pump out. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna drain the coolant and also take the serpentine belt. Then I'll start getting the water pump out. All right, stay tuned. Okay, so as you can see, I got the serpentine belt out, and also I drained the coolant. I put the coolant hose on the side, and now it's time to get the water pump out. So the water pump has multiple bolts holding it in place, and this idle pulley that you see right here is gonna come out. It has 13 bolts holding it, and there are 10 millimeter bolts on the lower side of the water pump, and also there are two 13 millimeter bolts on the top, and there is one 16 millimeter bolt on the top as well. So these are the bolts holding the water pump in place. So I'm gonna get all these bolts out, and then the water pump is gonna come out. Okay, let's get it started. Okay, so now the water pump is out, and this is how it looks like. And that's the water pump gasket. You can see how dirty the gasket is on the inside, and you could feel all the debris, the sand, like the particles of sand inside on both sides. You could feel it. And so the reason why I'm replacing this water pump is it started to play inside. So there is a bearing inside here. When it start getting weak, it start playing. So it's actually playing inside. It's just started, so you can't really feel or you can't really hear the noise that much. But when you pay attention, you could hear it. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's making a little noise on the inside. So that is the reason why I'm replacing the water pump. So this is how it looks like. It came with a pulley assembly together, and the new one also came with a pulley. I have the new one here. I have the new one in the box. It came with a gasket. This is the new gasket. It's all sealed up. And this is the new water pump. And I got this from O'Reilly's. That is the part number right there. So just in case you need one, that's the part number right there. So this is the new water pump, and I'm gonna get it ready so I can go ahead and install it. So this is how the new one looks like, and it's smooth. You can't really hear nothing. Very smooth and tight. So before I install the new water pump, I'm gonna clean the surface on the engine where the water pump stays. Clean the surface from all the dust and the debris. Then I'll put the gasket and the water pump on. All right, so let's do this. So now you can see, as you can see, I cleaned the surface where the water pump is gonna stay, and it's all looking smooth and shiny, because we don't want any dirt or any debris. So when we install the water pump, it's gonna be leaking. So all this place is all clean, and it's looking smooth, so the gasket can stay solid. So this is all set. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and install the water pump. And the same way I took the water pump out is the same way I'm gonna install the new one on. All right, so let's go ahead and install the water pump. Okay, so now the water pump is installed. The brand new water pump is installed. As you can see, all the bolts are on and tight all the way down. So the torque specs for the water pump is 21 foot-pounds. So you can do 21 foot-pounds. That's okay. That's to just make the water pump all the way, tight. And what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna install the idle pulley. The idle pulley goes on right here. So I'm gonna install the idle pulley, and then I will put back all the coolant hoses on. One coolant hose goes on here, the other one goes on the bottom. And I'll install this line. I took this line off because it was in my way when I was taking the 3 bolts on the top here. So I had to take this hose off just to get free and easy access on the top 3 bolts. So now most part of the job is done. The rest is just to put everything back together. All right, so let's get it back together, then the job is done. Okay, so now it's time for the serpentine belt to go on, because as you can see, I put the coolant hoses on the bottom. I put them back on. The coolant hose that I took from the top here, I put it also back on. And I put the idle pulley back on. So I'm gonna put the serpentine belt before I go ahead and put the secondary air pump also back on. And this is how the serpentine belt goes. It starts from the crank pulley, then it goes on the water pump. It goes all the way to the AC compressor. Then it will come all the way back on the top to the idle pulley, to the alternator, and then to the tensioner pulley. All right, so let's install the serpentine belt. It goes like that. All right, like I said, you start from the crank pulley and you slide it over on the water pump, and then from the water pump it's gonna go under the AC compressor. Make sure it sits tight on the groove under the AC compressor. Then it will travel all the way to the top of the idle pulley. On top of the idle pulley, then it's already sitting on the tensioner pulley. So now the last step is to slide it over the alternator, but it can't go before because the tensioner is all the way back. So we're gonna have to move the tensioner, then we pull it to the alternator. All right, so just move the tensioner over, then you can slide it to the alternator. There you go. So make sure they all sit in the groove nice and smooth. Yeah. Okay, so the belt is in, we all set.